Okay, so this is kind of an impromptu idea. I was on the phone talking with my best friend, and I was just looking at my decks I have in Omega, and I was realizing okay, I have two slots that I can fill in this White Forest Dogmatica list because I'm only ever going to be activating Punishment twice, so I can take out a Cyberdark End and this Sheep, and then put two other cards in. And I'm thinking okay, I don't really want to put Nixies, so I'll just put more Synchros. Maybe put in a second copy of Snake Eye Doom Dragon. Uh, and I was like, okay, so what generic level 8 Synchros are there? And let's also make sure I can make it with Witch being activated. So I checked for everything that isn't a dark one. And if you check for non-dark level, I did specifically level 8 Synchros. Here's the list, 3 pages. Now, what I noticed immediately was this thing. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about this thing with the equip spell card. Okay. I'm like, okay, where is it? It's like, oh yeah, this one would be good if I could just search the field spell, but making it would be difficult, and I'd have to have Worms and Grave already, so it's not as generic. I was thinking ooh, adding Master Pack Bit. I love this card. I just think it's cool. This is one of the cards that I always just want to get in a Magistus series because I think I would put it in every deck and build around it. And I was just thinking okay, I know I could do Visas Amritara. I recently watched someone in their video, and in their video someone's playing White Forest, and as part of their combo they made Visas Amritara to search Manatium Reframing, which is just it is a generic counter track so long as you control a synchro monster. So this just lets you search it. So okay, that's fine. But I don't really know. But as I was going down further on the list, I was like, oh yeah, Magistus, Zeroa the Magistus Conflagrant Calamity. I'm like, oh yeah, Spellcaster Tuner. Well, every tuner in my deck that I'm using is a Spellcaster because it's Rushia or it's Sylvie. And then that got me thinking, oh, I can make this. And then I'm like, okay, what does he do? Well, on Synchro Summon, you equip a Magistus from your extra deck to him, and then while you have him, your opponent can't activate the effects of monsters with the same type. So if you have a Fusion Magistus in your Spell and Trap Zone, your opponent can't activate Fusion monsters. Same for Synchros, for Xyz, and for Genesys, doesn't matter, but Link. And then, if he's in your grave, you can target a Magistus card, destroy it, and summon him back. Now, I was thinking oh, I could put him in, and then maybe side deck some targets, so that if I know the matchup, it's oh, this is a deck on a mat that's all Xyzes and stuff. Maybe I could do that. So I was just trying to figure out okay, what would I have to do it? And because I've been watching DZeef a lot, MBT and Farfa have a Magistus and Witchcrafter kind of pool, and I learned that Riliona is a 1 card now for Magistus, because let me just show you the idea. So Magistus has this new card, Spoon, or Spenta is what I believe the name originally was. The Seal of Magistus. If it's in your hand, you can discard it to search a Magistus monster from your deck to the hand. That's all that matters. The second effect of having a monster's attack that your opponent has never comes up. And then it has a graveyard effect to banish itself, and then target a monster you control and equip it with a Magistus monster. So what you can do is you can go Spoon, discard itself, search Riliona, then Riliona, you normal summon it. On summon, you add a Magistus spell trap. You add Very Magic Lacrima of Light. Then you activate Lacrima of Light because you control, because you control Magistus monster. You can send any spellcaster or spell from your deck to the grave. In this case, you're going to send Witchcrafter Jenny. Jenny has the effect to banish herself and a Witchcrafter spell, which this is considered, to copy its effect when activated. Now, I thought this would mean that this card would just send another spellcaster spell, but no, this lets you choose the other effect of when your opponent activates a card or effect, summon a Magistus card, or Witchcrafter from hand or deck. Now, what you could do is do those two to get Spoon, Seal of Magistus. You just get another copy, and now you got 2 4s to work with. But if you play a copy of Zeroa, then you get a 4-star tuner. And Zeroa can use his effect to equip a Magistus with a Magistus from the extra deck, and then if he becomes equipped, you can summon a spellcaster from hand or grave that's level 4 but negates effects. Now, on its own, that wouldn't really help you that much right now because you'd just be summoning back a Spenta, and you really don't want to, because you want to send the tuner Zeroa and the non-tuner Riliona to make the Conflagrant Calamity. Then you use the Conflagrant Calamity to get, say, Iwas equipped to it. Then you can use the Riliona effect in Grave to banish it, and then target a Magistus and equip it with Magistus that isn't level 4 from your grave. So then you would equip whatever you equipped on the Zeroa. Let's say you put Nina Ruru and in the grave, you'd equip that to him as well. And then you could go Spenta effect in grave to banish itself and target the Zeroa and equip him with the final one, which is Varum, the Magistus Divinity Dragon. And now your opponent can't use fusions, synchros, or Xyz. They can make them, but they can't activate their effects. Now, I have a feeling this wouldn't really work well, because, assuming my understanding of the format is correct, everyone is running Dark Ruler because it's not pointed, and everyone is running Slayer in the side because it's not pointed. So both of these cards cook you alive, which is quite unfortunate. But I was just thinking, like, could I get this to work? And I think you actually can. Let's enable deck shuffling, yes. Because what I've been thinking is, not this hand, unfortunately, but if you can get a hand that is LZ, and then 2 spell traps that you can pitch of some sort, then you can do it. In this case, we kind of have a form of it, because we drew both of these, and I can use the second effect to destroy stuff in my spell and trap zone, which will trigger this to summon himself. And then on summon, hey, guess what's a level 4 light? Both Spoon and Riliona are. So then you would ideally use Elzet to send a card to search Rushia, then Rushia summon itself, then Elzet and the Rushia for Reclea. Reclea sends something to search for Spoon, then Spoon search Riliona here. Then we go Riliona effect, grab Lacrima of Light, we send Jenny, then Jenny effect, Lacrima of Light, summon a Magistus from deck, we summon Zeroa, and then you would equip him with whatever. Let's just equip him with Iwas. And then you would synchro summon Conflagrant Calamity. Then you'd use Conflagrant. You'd equip another one. You'd Riliona. Target. Re-equip the first one. Then Spoon. Target. Equip the last one. So now your opponent can't use any of the extra deck monsters in Genesys format. And technically speaking, I could have done more, because I could have used the Zero effect with this hand to summon out Sylvie or Rushia to go into the Queen. It'd be negated, but I can still do it, which would mean this board ends on, at the very least, Diabell Queen along with extra deck log. Uh, so I don't think this is worth like using your whole turnover. I think this hand would have been absolutely nutso if you just did the White Forest portion of it, but it's another option. Let's give it a try. Surrender. Because there was a combo I was kind of thinking of that requires me to have LZ, and I'm just... I kind of got it. Okay. Send... Let's go... This... Resummon itself, send... This... Now use this, get LZ, then LZ, send the soldier, search. We already have the Rushia, so we don't need to search it, so just get a Sylvie, I guess. Since we already have her too. Then soldier will summon itself, whatever. Use soldier, we'll get the toy box. We'll go toy box now, just get it over with. Set monsters. 1, 2. Oh no, the one from deck. Then we go Rushia effect. Rushia, send tank. Tank effect. Summon. Tank, summon Sylvie. Sylvie, grab Woes, and go Reclaya using Sylvie LZ. Reclaya, pitch Woes, and then use this for the spoon. Activate Woes. Then we go this for Riliona. Then this for Lacrima. Go to auto, oh my gosh. Then send the Jenny. And Jenny, banish Lacrima. I messed it up, but okay, it's whatever. Yeah. I biffed it, but we still can do it, because I technically have it still. So, even though I screwed it up, it's still fine here. Because then, we go Spellcaster Tuner, Spellcaster Non-Tuner. Or, we can go Tuner, Non-Tuner for Laverse. Then we can go Conflagrant. Conflagrant effect. Let's say we put them on. We know it's I don't know, Onomat, so Xyz. Go this. Grab Philia. And then this. Banish. This. Activate effect. Okay. So this would be like... I messed up the combo, but this would be like an example board. You're getting the protection from the girls. You're getting Laverse, because you can make any 10. I just chose Laverse. You're getting the extra deck monster type can't be activated, which... It's like I'm trading Diabell Queen for a Floodgate. That it's got no protection. It's just a Floodgate. Because all this does is let it attack twice, and then if my opponent had a spell trap, I could target itself and the spell trap to destroy them. So like, I think this is okay. It's not like... I mean, it's pretty much what you do if you can't afford the new Dogmatica stuff. Because I don't know how expensive they are. Maybe they're tough to pull, maybe they're tough to buy. But I imagine that the Magistus stuff isn't that expensive. So it gives you an alternative. It's like less hand trap stuff, but yeah. And it is nice that you can just use Toy Box and Toy Soldier if you already open one of them, or if you open both of them, you can use it to get to the combo in general. And you don't necessarily need to be playing Jenny, the Spell, and Rilliona. You could just play Spenta and then Zeroa to search off of Spenta. Because then you could just use Spenta to search, get Zeroa, then Zeroa equip a card to summon out the Spenta, and then make the 8 that way. You could also play Crowley, who can summon himself and then fuse with an extra deck monster to make the guy that's a monster negate. So then you maybe have him on the board too. So then you have a monster negate, and you have the floodgate effect, and you have Reversible, and you have protection, and you have the pop. Just a lot. And then in this case, we also have a Woes. So in the event any of these cards go away, we can Woes for a Stellar, and then chain like Sylvie or Reclea or Rusha to put back the Reclea, and make a Silvera on our opponent's turn. Quite nice. Like I said, I'm still very much like just theory crafting with this right now. It's doing what I want it to do, of being very reliant on what your hand is. Which is how I like decks being like having a consistent strategy, yes, but also relying on you to open certain cards in order to see that strategy work. Because the Magistus section of this deck is just way worse in this deck list, I think, than the Dogmatica one. Just because you can only do it along with your board if you do the LZ start. And then you're also doing an LZ start that isn't getting you Sylvie, but is instead getting you Rushia, which isn't as good. So, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm gonna still try and maybe think of some more stuff I can do with this. Just don't really know quite yet. I am searching though. It really is just trying to find a good generic level 8 synchro that isn't dark that I want to play. There's a few others on the list that were, like, as previously mentioned, Enigmaster Packbit. Oh, I did 9, not 10, whoops. I think Enigmaster Packbit is just a generic one, that's fine. Can't do that one because it's not generic. This one only summons back level 2s. I could technically do this one. Like I mentioned before, I can do the Genesys. Actually, when is that one synchro? It's synchro, light, dragon, apply. It's what this was before. It's like Ultimaya or something. Oh, it's 100 points, okay. Because, like, oh, you can make Ultimaya Zolkin by using Diabel Queen and Visas Amritara. And then when you set the Monodium, you get to summon, the Clearwing guy. But it's like, is that better? I don't know. Another thing I was thinking was, this might be better if you take out the Toy Box package to then focus more on the Magistus package. Because the toy box package can take upwards of 3 slots, and you need 3 slots for the equips, assuming you're going for the full equip thing, because you don't know what they're playing in game 1. In best of 1, this deck sucks, but in like a match setting, it could probably be okay. It just really depends on what people are playing. And I've seen some more tech cards people are playing nowadays. Mischief of the Gnomes. I saw that was being played. This turn, reduce the levels of all monsters in each player's hand by 1, even after they're summoned. That really sucks for White Forest, because your level 2s become level 1, and your level 4s become level 3, which means you can't make 6s, the only thing you can do is make 4s. So, if someone went first, and then they activate Mischief of the Gnomes on draw phase, you lose on the spot. White Forest already has a tough time going second, so having to also play under Mischief is not really going to work. Is Mischief of the Yokai the original one or the new one? I can't remember. Huh. Anyways, yapping long enough. Have a good night. See you later.